going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with a video guide and playthrough for you all. In today's video, we're going to be going through the next series here of Villains 7-1 to 7-3. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I did actually start off my channel by creating the 120k aim team guides, and that's really what helped a lot of players push through the nodes ultimately to unlocking Hela here, which has amazing end game value even for a player like myself already that's played for over a year. So with that being said, we're actually going to be looking at a 125k Hydra team. I've already made videos for the aim team, but seeing as how my Hydra team was not built up yet, I took this as a very nice opportunity to be able to showcase some videos here. So hopefully this helps you guys build up your roster, gives you a sense of how strong they need to be, especially if you want to push forward to Villain 7 here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Red Skull here. He is going to be the core piece of this team. As you can see here, he is quite built. I got him at 41k, but he's going to be the main leader because it's really Red Skull that's going to be ultimately allowing his team to revive and come back thanks to his charges. So as you can see, I don't have any T-Force on his abilities, but I did have the ISO 8 healer there just to provide sustainable healing and support for his fellow Hydra minions. Moving forward here, you can see I got my Hydra Sniper here at 18k. As you can see, level 5 and level 3 on the abilities to the left here. And consistent with Red Skull, it's going to be an ISO 8 healer as well. Next, we got Hydra Armored Guard here with the tier 9. And consistent with the previous two, the ISO 8 healer. And as you can see with his abilities as well, the level 5s and the level 3s here. And it's really nice with Armored Guard because he does have that taunt and he can cleanse conditions that's on him. So he's definitely going to be the main tank that we're going to utilize. Hydra Rifle Trooper. Now, I would say this character is probably one of the key pieces to this team due to the fact that whenever he does actually die, he actually does have this passive where he comes back on revive and he does actually deal additional damage upon his revival. And his revival is going to be thanks again to Red Skull, so that's where we're really going to try to take advantage here for that extra damage. You can see he's built a little stronger too, the tier 10, and consistent with the previous guys, we do have the ISO 8 level 1 healer as well, just to give that sustainability and additional healing. And last but not least, it is going to be Hydra Scientist here at 22k. Got him built up over time just due to the 6 yellow that you see, but consistent with the previous minions, no T4s. You can see we've only leveled up to level 5 here on the left here, and the level 3 for the passive. So with that being said, that is conclusively my roster. Let's dive right in now to the gameplay. This is going to be for Node Villain 7-1. And as you guys can see, you may need to freeze here just to see where my placement is, but you're going to notice that my Rifle Trooper is actually on the second to the right next to my guard, because what we're going to want ideally is the guard to be taunting and getting him to attack the guard as well as our Rifle Trooper, because Rifle Trooper's passive is going to really bring ultimate effectiveness when he comes back and does that extra AoE burst of damage to his enemies. From the beginning, the key target we are going to want to focus is going to be Yo-Yo. So at the very beginning, if you can, just go ahead, spread some AoE damage as you saw with our Rifle Trooper there. But the key thing here is, if you see Rifle Trooper, as you can see in the top left there, he has the lowest health. So I didn't actually use Scientist's protection to give him the deflect, because we actually don't want to give him death proof. What you want to be doing for this first node here, especially going through successfully, you want to actually make sure that the death proof is on any other character besides Rifle Trooper, because keep in mind, Rifle Trooper is the one we want to die, so that way when he does res back, the additional damage does come and it does have an AoE splash damage against our enemies. So you can see here from the beginning, these guys can hit quite hard, but we want to aim for Yo-Yo at the beginning because she has a lot of, especially with her having the offense down, it's quite pesky. But again, if you see Rifle Trooper as the weakest ally on our team, do not use the deflect where we apply the death proof as well. As Yo-Yo is down, we can now focus on one of the troopers or the assault guys. They do the most damage. I wouldn't recommend Miss Marvel because inadvertently we're going to have to attack Miss Marvel due to the fact that she does have a taunt. So you're going to have to focus her at the end of the day regardless. So there's no point in wasting your attacks on her. However, I do recommend, if you can, take down at least one of the troopers or another assault unit. And we are fortunately able to take down at least 2 out of these remaining 4 before the next wave spawns. So at this point, I do like to weaken them just to make sure they're as weak as possible. As you can see now, it really doesn't matter who we take down because they're all really quite weak. I saved Red Skull's ultimate because in the next wave, we're going to be utilizing Red Skull's ultimate. And you can see I love his basic because it can splash damage, which is really, really nice. So now you can see here with the 5 last tier enemies that just spawned, we are going to focus Medic first, just due to the fact that she has a revive. She can heal. With her down now, Security did activate his taunt. So that's quite alright. We'll go ahead and keep doing our business. And the really key thing here is you notice that Red Skull still has a lot of charges on him. You can hover over his icon just to see how many charges, but that's something to be mindful of because of the fact that the more charges he has, the more opportunities he will be able to revive his fellow Hydra minions. So once again, I can't reiterate this enough, you guys. Try not to use the deflect there. As you can see, I actually did use it on my Rifle Trooper and I applied on him, giving him the death proof. But again, that's not the effective way to play this team because we want him dying as much as possible. As you can see, he just fell right there, being revived and applying his splash damage, and it just does an massive amount of damage. That's exactly what we want to stack on, especially with Red Skull there. As you can see, bringing back his fellow allies here, summoning allies to help us, furthering our cause. Absolutely such a very devastating team. And to be quite honest, I definitely tried less with this team than my AIM team because I think this team definitely has a better synergy. The hardest thing about this team, though, however, is getting a hold of Red Skull. So if you guys do have him in your arsenal, this is definitely possible with the other 4 guys as part of your team. So as you can see here, we just really coasted. And the key thing, again, was making sure we didn't apply the deflect on our fellow Rifle Trooper, making sure that the RNG kind of fell in our favor. But as you can see, definitely possible with the 3-star unlock with 125k total power for this Hydra team. So, given the right luck and RNG, I definitely think you can do it with a weaker team. But as always, you guys, do appreciate you checking my videos. You bet I'll keep this up. And I'll see you in the next one.